All right, and we now welcome on to a special bonus edition of the Drive the Lane podcast, the newly hired Director of Basketball Operations for Elon, Andrew Dakich. Doc, welcome to the show.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks for having me on again. It's been a while.
It has been a while, and we definitely have not recorded this already, this starting, and Andrew asked a dumb question and we had to start over. That's not the case for those wondering at home. But Doc, gotta ask you, how does it feel to have like a real deal official title? Like before you're like a program assistant, like basically just a glorified GA, like that doesn't count. Now you are officially like a basketball coach. You're on track to coach for a living. How does that feel?
Well, that's a little scary when you put it like that, honestly. But it's great. I'm been close with Coach Stragi. Obviously, Smoke being under him as a coach, and then I was a GA for him the year when he was here as assistant. So to have this opportunity to work with Coach Stragi and a great staff at Elon, I'm just grateful and really excited.
I think so for me personally,
here we go.
For me personally, when I hear Director of Basketball Operations, I think like, all right, this guy's the main man in charge. You'd think it would be above the coach, above the dean of the school, all that. But what I'm curious is, what are the real, roles and responsibilities for the Director of Basketball Operations?
Well, in that case at Ohio State, David Egelhoff, and Joey can attest to this, was the biggest deal on campus. The Director of Basketball. What's that?
The Godfather.
The Godfather. But no, it's the responsibilities off the court, really, with optics in terms of travel and transportation, budget, gear, times and gyms. Like we share the gyms with the women's basketball team and volleyball team. So just making sure our guys have the proper gear for, road games and for practice and things of that nature. So it's optics outside of what happens on the court. So it's been fun. It's been challenging, but it's a lot of responsibilities, and I'm grateful for it, and a lot of compliance forms too.
How's the weather down in North Carolina? Is it a bummer to be there instead of in Columbus?
Not at all. No, that's like the biggest takeaway, honestly. It's 74, 75 and sunny, usually every day. So it's great golfing weather. Zolan, do you play at all or no?
I attempt to play. I'm not very good. I'm getting better. I actually played last weekend at Fairlawn in Akron. Okay. And I started off great, the best I'd ever played, and it was like 45 degrees out, and it was cold, and it was during the end of the Ohio State game, and I was like, this is miserable.
I need to get off the course.
I don't love the game enough yet to be playing in 45-degree weather.
Yeah, it's a mental game for sure. It's like golfing weather all year round. That's what I'm excited for too. It's beautiful.
You better not have any time to golf, bro. You're going to be working your ass off. You understand
Valid. I mean, we do get an off day. We are required to have an off day once a week.
Does Eagle golf? No chance.
No chance.
Yeah.
You're right. No chance. But he also has kids. I'm 26 years old living in Burlington, North Carolina by myself. So, I got to keep
You don't have kids.
Got to keep myself entertained at sometimes.
You don't have
what?
Kids? You don't have kids that you know of, or?
Not I know of, no.
Yeah. All right.
Dakich, what's the COVID protocol like right now for you guys?
Yeah, so we get tested once a week, faculty and staff and students, because obviously it's not as big as the likes of Ohio State or Missouri in your case. So we test every Wednesday as a staff and our players. So. And once the season starts, I think we're going to be tested 3 times a week. I think so. It'll be ramped up here in the next few weeks or so. But no, it's scary. Obviously, you take the test, and then it's a self-test too. So someone watches you, and you put the swab up your nose, and then you wait for the results within I think it's anywhere between 48 to 72 hours. So it's not a quick turnaround like you see with NBA teams and some of these highly touted programs. But it works for us.
So, Doc, we have already gone on record as becoming maybe the first ever Elon Phoenix podcast.
Love
in
it.
addition to obviously being an Ohio State podcast.
Sure.
We know what to expect as Phoenix fans. We know Shraggy. I don't know if Zolden did, but I followed the team a little bit. Retweeting the recruits and stuff and all. Being a good fan. But can you just tell the fans out there that are maybe they're looking for a team? Maybe they go, who is going to be my team other than Ohio State? Can you tell them why they should be rooting for the Phoenix?
Truthfully, because a lot of things we do are emulated like Ohio State is with drills, with some sets, with some guys on our team. Really, Coach Stragi has done a really good job building it. I know the overused word culture, but he's got a well-oiled machine down here that I think he's going to be very successful with for a long, long time. And, I think we have some very talented – now talking about our team, I think we have some very talented guards. We returned the Rookie of the Year in the CAA and Hunter McIntosh. We have a great grad transfer from Bryant University. And we have guys who've been in the program for 2 or 3 years. So I think we have a pretty good team. But I don't know the CAA. I know it's a really good league. We played William and Mary that first year, Northeastern. Those are 2 teams that are in this league. So it's a challenging league, but from what I've seen, I think we have a pretty solid team that can make some noise this year.
I got some Elon trivia for you. You ready?
Dude, oh gosh. I've had a cup of coffee here. Okay, go ahead.
When did you guys join the CAA?
I think it was 5 years ago. So I'm going to say 2000 and it's going to be 14 or 15. Maybe 13.
Wow, 2014.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, next one. When is the last time you guys won? Well, actually, hold on. You've never won the CAA. When did you win the SAC, Southern Conference Championship? What year? I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a big hint. Joey and I were born that year.
So 1997.
Correct. Wow, 2 for 2. Last question.
By the way, did you say SAC and then say like Southern Championship Conference or something like that? What conference did you just say?
It says the Southern Conference.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it's the SAC.
Interesting. Where's the A?
I don't know. Southern Conference. All right, last question. Who's the first ever head coach? And when did he coach?
Oh, I have no idea.
All right. Robert, but his friends called him Bob, Doak from 1911 to 1915 was the first coach. That's what you're going to get hazed, and you're going to be asked those questions, and you're going to know the answer right away.
Shroggy's going to be holding you by your sneakers.
Who was the coach in 1913? And you're going to say Bob Doak.
You're going to say Robert, but his friends called him Bob.
But no, the other way around. Were they in the NAIA? Were they in the NAIA then?
Yeah, they were not in the SAC yet. They were in the NAIA. It looks like they joined the SAC 11 years before 2014. So 2003, they joined the SAC.
Okay.
Doc, when was the last time Elon went to the NCAA tournament?
Haven't been, unfortunately.
The answer should be fast forward a year, and the answer will be last year.
Cool. I like that.
I like that, Golden.
I like that a lot. Especially because every team's going to make the NCAA tournament this year.
So North Carolina kind of stunk last year. Are you guys the best team in North Carolina?
I'm sure they have 6 All-Americans that are coming in this year, so I think they'll be all right. And they're on our schedule.
They are?
Yes.
When do we play them? We
play them December 12th, I believe.
Doc, what's your game day going to look like? Have you had that conversation yet? What's your role on game day going to be? How involved on the bench are you going to be? Are you on the bench? Are you in a suite?
He's behind He's pulling out the seat for Shrog in the middle.
Are you in a suite? Are you, getting the bus ready in the back, making sure we all –
Are you the bus driver?
After the game? No, I don't know, actually. I don't know. We haven't had a conversation about that. So that's a good question, Andrew. I don't know what my responsibilities will be.
What number line in you are you to be the head coach?
Yeah, how many people have to get corona for you to be the head coach?
Our AD used to be a coach, so I'm going to say the 3 assistants, the video coordinator, the athletic director.
No way they could just pull in the athletic director. He's not on staff.
Yeah, Zolden.
He is the staff.
Zolden, that's what they did with Wisconsin football like 4 years ago.
But it wasn't when he missed a game. They made him the coach, right?
Didn't Pat Riley do that a couple years ago? I know it's professional.
I don't know if Pat Riley did that, but Barry Alvarez just stepped in as the head coach for a bowl game.
Yeah, but he just appointed himself. I guess it could happen, but in the hierarchy, not what decision would the AD make. The actual hierarchy.
Before you.
I would be last on the staff because our staff has been here and they're credible dudes who know the game and know our players and have been around Coach Stragi, Elon basketball program for at least a year.
All right.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
You're like sixth. You're like if we're playing baseball, you right now would be in the hole in the second inning.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Andrew Stragi might be in line before me.
That's a good point. But
who's that?
Who's that? That's his son.
That's his son.
So if I come to a game, there's going to be a lot of Andrews there.
We have an Andrew manager. We have 4 managers, great dudes, and there's another Andrew. So we're going to be Andrewed out by that point.
We could put together a TBT team of Andrews just from people that are over at Elon. Oh, should we tell them the song, Joey?
I mean, it's your song.
All right. Elon me, when you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. So call me Stragi when you need a hand. We all need somebody to Elon. Can that be the new alma mater?
I think that should be the way you open up this podcast. I think that should be the cover song.
Well, that'll be the clip that you have to retweet.
Okay, I can do that.
You know what? We can be bought, Andrew, and you know that. And so you're in charge of gear. So as soon as you send us a little care package, that will be the opening, the closing, the middle. That'll be whatever. We'll have a sponsored segment where Andrew sings about Elon every week.
Are you gonna put?
I'm in.
Are you gonna update your Twitter bio to say Director of Basketball Operations for Elon?
Good point. I probably should. I'm not. I think you both know I'm not really active on.
Yeah,
Twitter
but you
that.
have to be now. You're a coach.
I'm technically not a coach. Zolden, what am I?
The Dobo.
Yeah, but you're on staff.
I was hoping you were going to say what the acronym is, but that's fine.
Oh, the Director of Basketball Operations. You're the grandfather, the godfather.
No, there's only one, and that's David Egelhoff over at Ohio State. But I appreciate that.
Last question that I have, which will probably spark about 10 more, just because you're our friend, and that's what happens when we're not friends with the guests. So it's definitely gonna happen with you. The next question: where does your TBT career go from here? Are you eligible? What happens? I mean, we already tweeted about that it's up in the air, but you got any update on that?
So you guys consider yourselves? You guys are the insiders.
Yeah, we don't consider. We're widely considered as the insider.
Yeah. People consider us that. We don't consider ourselves that.
It's a fact.
Okay.
Like,
so,
is an insider? No, that's just.
So then you have. I'm assuming that you both did your due diligence on the field this year in terms of did college coaches participate in the TBT?
Well, yes, because you did.
Well,
you're not a coach though. You just said that.
But he was a coach.
He's still not a coach. He wasn't a coach before.
No, I wasn't a coach at Ohio State, is what he's saying.
Yeah, but you're a coach now. You just told us you're not a coach. You just said that.
That's a good point. That's a good point. To answer
Bob Huggins almost coached.
Who did?
Bob Huggins.
Which team? The West Virginia team?
Yeah, no, he was going to coach Ohio State's team.
Well, Joey, that's not his players. Those were Marshall.
Actually,
West Virginia?
No, they didn't end up being in, Joey. So don't get mad at him. They got booted. But before COVID, think way back to like February. There were rumors.
Probably May.
What? I'm saying before Corona.
May.
Before Corona, not before.
No, I'm saying they were a team, and then they got booted in June, like May or June. I'm sorry.
But all the way back in February, there were rumors that he was going to coach, and he came out and said, "I'll coach."
He said this during his own season.
I guess maybe it was in March.
It was during the
probably
summer.
No, it was probably during the season.
It was probably in May.
Might have been in May. No, it wasn't in May because May was whatever. That's not
no. It doesn't matter. Like just because they got the tournament done during COVID.
And bro, Bob Huggins can do whatever he wants. Doc might not be able to do that.
That's true. Bob Huggins can do whatever he wants.
So what's your answer? It's TBD.
So my answer is I don't know. I would love to if I'm not going to hurt a team. And that's a big if.
Wait, do you hurt them? How would you hurt a team more by playing or coaching, in your opinion?
Playing. That's a great question.
I think you're a great coach.
Yeah, I made some bad. I subbed myself in late in the game. I
remember watching the TBT this year and going, man, like I'm gonna try and play in this thing next year. And then I was like, wait, no, I'm not.
I mean, at the time, it's really fun. Like I recommend it. Obviously, you both know this. Like why wouldn't you play in it? If you're not in the NBA, why wouldn't you play in it?
Because you're out of shape and not good enough.
I mean, where's the
talking about me personally?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, where's the cutoff?
Oh my God.
That's what I.
Are you serious?
That's what we were talking about, and my answer stands.
Oh, okay.
I think I could play.
You versus Ott Elmore, game to 7 in the paint, left block.
I think he's like 3 inches taller than me, probably.
He's like 6 foot, 6'1".
He's also got like 50 pounds on you now, too.
Yeah,
that's true.
If he's like 6'2", then he's like 3 inches taller than me.
All right, Zoldan pre-COVID. Who wins?
Wow, that would be me pre-COVID and Ott getting in shape for TBT. We're not finishing that game to 7.
Doc, you want a pop quiz question?
Yeah.
Speaking about Elmore, what is he currently doing with his life right now?
I have no idea. Is he not coaching?
He's in law school.
No way.
Yeah.
Where's he in law school at? Marshall?
Probably Marshall. Does Marshall?
Wasn't he a coach last year?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
He'll be back on the team next year. You know why?
He should be.
He's the glue. He's the Elmer glue.
That team was really good. That team was fun to watch. Was that the most fun team to watch in the TBT?
Them and Sideline Cancer, but yeah. And Big X, they were really fun to watch.
Okay, dude.
I actually really enjoyed watching the D2 All-Stars.
You wanted them to you wanted them to prevail against the Big X in round 1?
I did.
Did you?
We're watching that game going, please lose, Big X. We do not want to talk to Dakich again. Please lose.
We almost did.
You know how sometimes you have that self-deprecating feeling where you're like, God, I want my own team to I kind of want them to lose this game. Like sometimes when I'm watching the Browns, I'm like, they shouldn't win this game. I don't want them to win. It'd be bad if they win. That's how I was kind of feeling about you. I was kind of like, I don't want Dakich to win.
We want Dakich out for the books. We can hang with us.
That's how I was with Duncan Robinson in the NBA Finals. I mean, I don't want him to make every three-pointer. I don't want him to make $115 million. So what you're telling me is you don't like your friend succeeding. That's what you're telling me.
Wait, how about this? Okay, that was
no. Is that what you're telling me?
No, obviously we're fucking rooting for you. Shut up. Okay.
Can you swear on that? You can't swear on this.
Yeah, we can. It's our show on my network. We can do whatever we want.
But how about this? How obviously Dak Prescott feels crummy because he would like to be out there, but how good does he feel now seeing how bad the Cowboys are without him? That is human nature at its finest. Like the competitor in you, right?
I agree with that. And then some. What?
That's some real talk.
It's like when I didn't get into Ohio State.
He's not friends with Andy Dalton, and he's not friends with those guys. Like, you guys are friends with me, and that's first off, that's entirely different.
He's not friends with Zeke. He's not friends with Zeke.
You guys are not playing the game. You guys are not on my team.
It was a different conversation. It was a different topic. That's all. It's a different topic.
Okay, it is a different topic.
I was just spinning it a little bit. That's all.
Okay, all right. Well, that is human nature. I agree with you. Yes.
Dakich, I got to leave here in a second because I have a basketball game. So my next question. Any advice? Let me tell you how the last game went, okay?
Yes. Don't ask the question. Let's just finish with this.
Well, no, I want your advice. So last game, so I was I bring the ball up for the team, me and one other guy, and both of us can like run the offense, quote unquote, but we're not like break down the defender with some ball handling.
So you pass it to the wing and cut to the opposite corner and don't touch the ball again.
No, like we can do like pick and rolls and get to the basket or like take the three off the screen. But they started pressing us. We were up 5 with like 2 minutes left, and they were pressing us. Next thing we know, we're down 2, and we threw the ball away because we couldn't dribble. So now tonight, how do we run the offense without a ball handler? Similar to what Big X had to deal with.
Hey, don't you dare talk about CJ Jackson like that.
But CJ's actually he's not like he's going to move the ball and hit his shots. I wouldn't say he's like a true point guard in any way.
I mean, he averaged 12, 4, and 4 his junior and senior year. What do you want a point guard to average? What do
you want a men's league point guard to average?
Do you shoot a lot, or do you?
Doc, this has been incredible, obviously, and lots of different tangents. We were planning on having you on for like 15 minutes just to talk Elon, but we knew they couldn't do that. Our last question, which we ask everyone, and we've asked you 7 times already probably. Do you have any questions for us? If you don't, that's fine. We'll end it. But if you do, ask them.
I have a question. That we used to ask on the Doc and Dunk show to every one of our guests.
Ooh, that's wink, wink.
That's a teaser that the Doc and Dunk show is coming back, everyone.
No, it is not coming back.
On the ZDA Network.
Maybe, though.
The grand announcement.
All right. And since I'll do this out of respect for Duncan Robinson, because this was his question he came up with, and we used it every single show we had. I'm asking you both.
Ooh, all 6.
Was it actually 6?
Yeah,
you know this too.
I looked the other day.
What is your future wife doing at this moment right now?
Wow, that's a good question.
My future wife is watching Netflix and drinking wine with her roommates. I feel like that's an easy answer.
Okay. It's Wine Wednesdays. Yeah, that's a casual answer.
Ooh, maybe she didn't get a chance to watch The Bachelorette last night, so she's watching it now.
She's watching it tonight.
Yeah.
I heard it was the most dramatic season of all time.
My future wife is really upset right now because the Muni lot is closed and there's no tailgating at the Browns games.
Oh, yeah.
What's yours doing?
Huh?
What's yours doing? And you got to say whatever your girlfriend's doing right now.
I know. I was going to say my girlfriend is studying right now for an exam that's coming up on Friday.
My actual future wife is at Elon right now. That's a little inside joke.
That's a little You won't say her name? Do you know her name?
I'm not saying her name. Of course we do.
I know her name. I'll say it. No, I'm just kidding. So funny. Inside jokes.
All right, Dakich. Thanks for joining us. Joined us.
Doc, last question. Everyone at Ohio State, if you're an Ohio State fan, you OH, you IO, you say go Buckeyes. What do they say at Elon? I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know. Joey, I've been here less than a week.
I'm teeing it up. They say heat rises, baby. Heat rises.
Yeah, but that's like, but you would go around.
Verbal tweet. Duncan Robinson, Andrew Dakich, handshake, heat rises.
Heat rises. Oh, yeah.
And with that, We'll see you guys next week. Dakich, always a pleasure. This was about an hour, and we had to cut out 45% of it, so that's why it's only 5 minutes.
Appreciate you guys having me. Oh, you didn't even get that. Oh, you got that.
Waiting for your gear. Waiting for the gear.